I'm Graham Johnson from the Port of Tacoma. Here's what's happening on Pierce County's working waterfront. Hello from the west side of the Foss Waterway. We are at the doorstep to downtown Tacoma. If you look across the water from here, you'll see the Maritime Center taking shape with two new buildings. The one in front will be the Port of Tacoma Business Center, and right behind is the building for Tacoma Public Schools Maritime 253, a skills center where students from across Pierce County will be introduced to careers in the maritime industry. In late September, construction workers signed their names on the final beam of the port building, which a crane then lifted into place. While workers watched, two iron workers made the final connections. Ironwork moved quickly in just a few weeks as the building has taken shape.
It felt amazing. It was a huge milestone to get through for the whole project team.
The next steps include decking, pouring concrete on the upper levels, and adding roofing, siding, and windows. The number of old creosote piles contractors have removed from the Maritime Center site is now 330. Removing the piles is part of the work to restore the shorelines on both the Foss and Wheeler-Osgood waterways. Earlier this year, the project earned Tacoma's first salmon-safe designation from the nonprofit that evaluates construction impacts on water quality. The Maritime Center will also include almost 250 new trees. New animation shows how the Maritime Center will look when it's finished. It includes walking trails and shoreline access. Tacoma Public Schools plans to open Maritime 253 in the fall of 2026. The port building will open in 2027.
Learned so much about the port. I never knew there was so much to it.
The reviews are in and people are raving about the Port of Tacoma's free boat tours. Nearly 1,800 people joined the annual tours on September 7th. This year, the port chartered a larger boat from Argosy Cruises, which allowed for a 40% increase in attendance over last year. The boat took passengers into the Blair Waterway, where they saw ships and container terminals. People on a couple of cruises also enjoyed seeing porpoises in Commencement Bay.
It was wonderful. It's a nice cruise, and I think everybody should take it if they can.
That was fantastic. We heard lots of great things over the past couple of years of this tour happening, so we were on the ball getting the tickets as soon as they opened up.
Free tickets were all claimed within 90 minutes when they became available earlier this summer. Subscribers to the port's community newsletter, Pierside, will be the first to find out when free tickets become available for next year's tours. You can sign up for Pierside at portoftacoma.com. Also on our website, you can find out about other community events like Touch a Truck, held in the Administration Building parking lot October 4th. A partnership between the Northwest Seaport Alliance and the Puyallup Tribe of Indians is being recognized by the Puget Sound Regional Council. The government planning organization named the NWSA, the Port of Tacoma, and the tribe as recipients of the Vision 2050 Award for working together to develop the Puyallup Tribal Terminal. The new breakbulk terminal is planned for the Blair Waterway. The port is increasing its support for a major road project in Fife.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
At their September meeting, port commissioners approved an additional $1 million to help the city of Fife upgrade the interchange at I-5 and Port of Tacoma Road. The project builds a new bridge over I-5 at 34th Avenue East for one-way traffic heading to the port. That will allow Port of Tacoma Road at I-5 to be converted to a one-way route heading away from the port. The two one-ways will add capacity and improve safety, making traffic smoother for truck drivers and everyone else. The port is now contributing up to $3 million for this phase of the project. Construction is expected to start next year. The Port of Tacoma's 5 commissioners meet at the Fabulous Center off Port of Tacoma Road. Meetings start at noon and public comment is welcome. The port's annual budget study session will be October 30th at 10 a.m. Finally this month, a big move into a new home. The port joined the celebration as Asia Pacific Cultural Center held a grand opening for its new facility on South Tacoma Way. The 18,500 square foot building will be a hub for its many community services. Thanks for watching. A new edition of Working Waterfront is coming in November.